I'm Mr. Brown, and this is Skills, Reels, and Refuge. We're going to be cooking some wild duck. I've been fortunate enough to get to do some duck hunting, and I'm going to show you a simple way to cook it, and it'll be delicious. Well, I got to go duck hunting, and I got to kill a few ducks. Duck season has really been a different season this year. There's not a lot of ducks. They're hard to come by. I've even hunted on private ground and haven't had any luck in some pits and fields, and I got to kill these ducks in the timber on Game and Fish Commission wildlife management areas, and I love hunting the timber. There's nothing like watching them ducks come down through the timber to your decoys. What I've got here is a mallard duck, and I've got 3 ducks, which is going to make 6 half breasts, and we're going to cook them an easy way today. I was going to do them on the grill, but it's really windy, so we're going to do it a little easier way today. First off, we're going to season. Now, I like on wild game, I like to use a liberal amount of salt. I like to put quite a bit of salt on it. You cook these out on the grill, and they taste like steak, and we're going to get them close to that in here in the skillet too today. But I like using plenty of salt, and I'll do both sides. Salt and then some pepper. I like pepper, so we're going to put quite a bit of pepper on it. Plenty of pepper. And then we're going to flip them over and do the other side. It's been about, I was thinking about this last night, and between 17 years of driving a truck and close to 16 years in the school system as a transportation director, plus a little bit in between, I was thinking it's unreal to me to think that it had been roughly 35 years since I got to shoot a duck. And I've retired, and I decided to get back into duck hunting, but it's just been a rough year, but that's okay. I enjoy being out there. And I got a few friends I'm hunting with, and we have a good time. Plenty of salt, pepper. I don't think I flipped that one, did I? I'm sitting there talking, and I didn't flip that one over, so it's got a double take. I don't put no more salt on that. Put a little pepper. And this right here is just a Montreal steak seasoning. And we're going to do both sides of it. See, I done forgot that a while ago. I didn't do the other side, so I'll have to flip them again. That's me, though. I like doing stuff 2 or 3 times. We're going to be putting this in a skillet on about, iron skillet on about medium heat to start with. And we're going to be cooking it with butter. And we're going to put a little olive oil in our skillet to help keep the butter from burning. You don't want to burn your butter while you're frying this duck breast up. There we are. We're all seasoned up. And we're going to get our skillet turned on. So our meat's all seasoned up, and we've got our skillet on medium heat, and we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in this pan, just enough to kind of cover it. This olive oil is going to help keep our butter from scorching. We don't want our butter to scorch. So we're going to cover the pan with olive oil. And we've got about 2 tablespoons. It may take a little more, I'll have to see, but that's roughly to start with. A couple of tablespoons of good quality butter. And as that melts and all comes together, we're going to start cooking. So we're going to put this butter just starting to bubble. So it's getting warm. I got 3 cloves of minced garlic. And you want to put your garlic in just a little bit before you get ready to cook your meat. You don't want to overcook your garlic. We're going to stir that around a little bit. Get that yum flavor going, that garlic and that butter. Man, it'll be good. Stir that garlic around, and it looks like it's about ready to put meat in there. We don't want to cook that garlic too long. Lay this pretty duck breast in here. We're going to see it. We're probably going to cook this, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes on each side. We want to get a temperature of about 125 degrees for a medium rare. That's one thing you don't want to do with wild game, is overcook it. So you can get it up to about 120. If you like it medium rare, you can get it to 125 degrees, and when you take it out and let it set for 5 minutes like you would a steak, it'll probably rise 5 degrees up to 130. I'm probably going to cook it to 130 and then take it out. Alright, so you see how this duck breast is plumping up? It's really plumping up. And you see it's already cooking on the sides. I can't stress enough not to overcook it. 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how hot your pan is. We're going to flip it over. And we're going to cook it another roughly 3 to 5 minutes, and we're going to check this. About 3 minutes, we're going to check the temperature on it. That side of that skillet there is a little bit hotter. Move it over a little. It don't hurt to hold them down just a little bit on both ends. They want to pump up. They want to pump up. So we're going to give it about 3 to 5 minutes and check the temperature. So we're going to check this one right here on the outside. It's 132 degrees, 133 degrees. The center ones are just a little less, about 121. We're going to let them cook a little longer. I'm going to go ahead and check every one of them. These 2 outside ones are ready to take out. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to hold this one up and let it cook just a little bit on the edge. These right here, I'm going to flip them over one more time and take them to the outside edge. If I get one just a little bit overdone, that's probably the one Miss Lori wants to eat anyway. He's kind of a medium person that on meat like that. I'm a medium rare, but so we take that out. You want to take a piece of foil and just cover it up and let it sit as you take them out. They'll finish cooking. We're going to let them sit for about 5 minutes to get them all out of here. So our duck is done. We're going to go ahead and take it all out. Let it all sit there for about 5 minutes. Turn the skillet off. Cover this duck up and let it sit. So I got my burner on low. I got some of that goodness in the bottom of that skillet. We're gonna let this butter melt down, and we're gonna make us a little sauce to go with this duck. So this is a fig spread. And we're going to put this in here and warm it up with this butter. And go ahead and put a little couple of dabs in there. And we're going to stir all this up. I'm going to go ahead and turn that skillet off. I don't want it to get too hot. Sometimes I think I turn it off and I don't. We don't want to scorch our butter. Oh, that's got your fig, some good things from the bottom of that fried duck, garlic, and some fig with butter. That's going to be so good poured over that duck. So we let our duck come up to about 130 to 135. It'll come up 5 degrees when you take it out. And what we have cut up here is would you call that a medium? And then this piece back here in the back, it'd be a little more of a medium rare. And that's the way I like mine, is medium rare. So we've got our fig sauce with butter, with our giblets left over from cooking the duck. And we're just going to put a little bit of this in here. It's already starting to get a little bit thicker. But it'll be so good.
I feel like I'm in some kind of foo-foo restaurant.
Foo-foo?
Mm-hmm.
Fancy? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I've not ate a lot of duck in my life, even though you have duck hunted, back in your younger days.
I used to fry it in strips, which I like it that way.
That's the way we always eat it, eat it. I don't think we've ever had it like this, have we?
I've never fixed it like that.
Okay. I'm not lying to you when I tell you it tastes like steak. It doesn't have a stout, gamey taste to it either. I mean, there's a little bit.
Yeah, but the longer you cook it, the gamier it's going to get.
Right.
So you need to, I like mine just medium rare, or even rare, but you like yours kind of medium, so it'll have probably a little stouter. And it's not even a really bad taste.
No. And most people that cook duck probably cook it medium rare, but
a lot of them eat it rare and just slightly above rare. But
this is delicious, though. I mean, really.
That fig sauce turned out pretty good.
Yeah. We eat that sometimes on pork but it's delicious with duck breast.
So I get a thumbs up.
You get a 5 stars.
I don't know about 5
You
stars.
get a 5 stars review on this. Because if you can make duck breast taste like a piece of ribeye, you've done something. But this is just going to, this is going to make it worse. Because I'm going to want a bunch of this duck breast now.
Well, I promise.
And the ducks ain't been cooperating very good
Ducks
this
have
year.
not been cooperating.
Now, there's a lot of people that raise duck to eat. This is a wonderful recipe.
Tame duck will be a little different.
And then there's people that even buy it from the store.
Yeah, with the
Cook
skin
it.
on. Now you can actually cook this with the skin on if you.
And that would give it that crispiness.
It would on the outside, one side. If you left the skin on one side.
And you season this up just right too.
Like I say, don't be afraid to put a little salt on them. Especially on wild game, even a steak. Don't you think you're putting too much salt, but don't.
And that was easy. That wasn't a hard.
No,
it wasn't. It was easy.
Main thing, just don't overcook it. Don't get your skillet too hot, which I about did. But
simple.
Just a simple recipe.
Simple, but sometimes that's the best. And I can tell you, this is probably better than some steak I've ate.
And you slice it thin, and it's reasonably tender in it.
Yes, it is. And I like mine medium. So that's what it looks like when it's medium. But this is delicious. Proud of you.
So we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to tell you that we're glad you come by and seen us.
And y'all, this is Paul Brown's new channel, so y'all stick with him. Because it's not always going to be cooking. He's going to be sharing a lot of skills, a lot of fishing, a lot of hunting, a lot of Bible stories too. Study. Stories.
It's actually called Skills,
Reels in Refuge.
in Refuge.
So, y'all give Paul a thumbs up
Y'all be sure and subscribe.
and subscribe. Thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. If we can get him to 1,000 subscribers,
He can get monetized.
he can get monetized and he'll just keep a trucking. So, if you ever get a chance, cook you some duck. This is delicious.
Like we always say, we don't know what we'll be doing.
We'll be doing something.
God bless everybody.